Hey Aquarius, and welcome to your January 2021 love reading. This could apply to your Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Please keep in mind that the messages could always go vice versa and even pertain to someone who is like particularly close to your current scenario. These messages are meant to be predictive. However, everybody's on a different timeline, so some of you may resonate as this has already happened, some may resonate as currently going through it, and others this is to come. So if you're just kind of vibing with it, but not fully, check back in a couple weeks and see if it resonates with you better then. And don't hesitate to check out your other natal placements, as you may find more relevant information there concerning your situation. All right, so Aquarius, what's going on here is I feel like there's been some kind of judgment made, or somebody is trying to predict the future. You may actually be dealing with a psychic. You don't have to be. But this is... owls are really, really indicative of like magic. And I hate to say that. I don't want to like freak people out. But you may be dealing with an earth witch. Could be. There may have been some kind of emotional manipulation, somebody like acting as, oh yeah, let me be guidance for you, but really they were overpowering this person in a manipulative way. There is a lot of manipulation here, like manipulation of perspective, manipulation of point of view. Like your person got one wind of something being bad, or you did, and just made up some kind of excuse to shut you out. And they kept rolling with that same excuse. In the middle of the spread here, we do have the Seven of Cups. And that could be that you're dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. The overall energy is the Eight of Cups. Lost my mic, sorry. The overall energy is the Eight of Cups, which isn't always a bad thing. It can mean that you're going to be traveling. It can mean that you could meet a significant connection while working or traveling or leaving something else, reforming something else. It's like you may meet or fall in love, or may have fallen in love in the midst of transition. So, the ants on the Wheel of Fortune here. The ants are, you study an ant colony and they're really amazing little creatures. Even though they seem to be small, they can make quite the impact. I mean, they could take down a full-grown human if enough of them get on you. When they band together in numbers, they are really strong. But the thing is ants are very materialistic. What they're concerned with is like scavenging and finding food and storing food, and it's like material storage. So you may be dealing with somebody who is hoarding everything to themselves, because this ant is out on a leaf out in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of this little pond. It's not steady though, because ants are a social insect. Like they require a nest, or whatever it is, a colony of other ants. Somebody may be pretending that they're okay with being outside of the circle here. You could be dealing with a Capricorn. But masks, the only people that wear masks are actors and people who are trying to hide their face or pretend that they're something that they're not. I think that you're dealing here with somebody who had a other connection, whether it be romantic, a friendship, family, business, however this third energy connected in, who wore a mask of being sincere, but was really, they pretended like they were a familiar, like they were friendly and they care, but they're really actually like one of those connections, like misery loves company. Like, let's say you're dating a guy and his best friend is single. That single guy is going to encourage your guy, even if he is in a connection or developing one, to go out and act like, he's single with him. Birds of a feather flock together. I can't help but notice that there's mice in this Judgment card. I don't know what she's holding. Hold on. Holding some kind of flower. And it almost looks like this mouse here is like picking up another dead mouse. Like a... Mice can represent like vermin, like literally, like these little things that seem to be so insignificant can spread disease. Maybe it's that this friend spread like a disease through your connection's mind because they had their own ulterior motive. And see, when I look at this card, I think of that song. You had me on my knees, begging God, please send you back to me. I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep. So something about 5 months. Maybe it's been 5 months. Maybe it's something to do with the number 5, May. Could be dealing with a Taurus, or a Aries, or a Gemini. There was definitely somebody here that impulsively communicated some stuff in order to, you know, just win at all costs. Or they may have really thought that they were right about the stuff that they had communicated and seriously hurt somebody else. Like just, you know, killed somebody with their words. Stripped them of everything that they are by some pre-assumed judgment made by some, like, and they were just, the only reason why they made that judgment is because they were heavily influenced by these other people who were like an infestation into their thoughts. Somebody here tried to hang on, tried to see all the possibilities here, even though they knew better, they knew that they had no chance to be seen correctly. Like, it's like somebody only wanted to see them as a devil. It didn't matter. It's like they decided that they didn't like you, they don't like you. There's nothing you can do to stop them from doing terrible things to you. Like, that's their decision. Somebody here felt like they had to stand up against everybody else to express their own opinion or what their truth is. And because they did that, somebody else used their words against you. This reminds me like of like the court of law, like your Miranda rights. You know, anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. Somebody's been involved in a very nasty situation of which they are in competition, constantly fighting against their connections, friends, and family's opinions. Like, this person can't think for themselves. They can't put that thinking cap on for themselves. They're a dunce. Like, this actually kind of pisses me off. Sorry. Somebody's been praying for the other person to come together with them and take them out of the cold and like share with them. Like, look, I've done all this work without you. I've manifested all this stuff that I want to offer you, but you still exclude me. That's fine. I'll go sit in the middle of this pond with my purity anyway. I don't want to be, you know, smudged up or blotched up by this evilness here. Somebody is blind to their own ego. Really, that's what I see here. Somebody is completely blind to their own ego, thinks that they're in control of what they're doing, and they're so arrogant and conceited that they don't even realize that they're being manipulated by the very people who are claiming you're manipulating that person. Yeah, it's kind of sickening. This is just the games. So Aquarius, I'm going to go ahead, I didn't name off the signs here. You could be dealing with another air sign, or the air signs presented in this reading could be you. So Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. You could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, a Capricorn. That's really all the Virgo. Yeah, that's all I see just glancing over it. I'm going to go ahead and pull some Lenormand now and see what that will tell us before I close up your reading. It's like you'd still give this person a chance too if they would just come back, and they come back, you know, correctly, approach you correctly, respect you, I'm hearing authority. Show us, what does Aquarius need to know about their romantic love connections in January 2021? Tell us what not Capricorn. Tell us what Aquarius needs to know in their romantic love connections January 2021. All right, there's a decision that needs to be made. Somebody's sitting in idle trying to figure out which direction to go. Which way did he go, George? Which way did he go? I'm hearing Tom Cruise, then I heard Tom Petty. So maybe somebody's really petty. Or they could have the name Tom or Petty. Like Debbie Downer. Yeah, somebody's got options. They have two different paths they can take about offering you a gift of recognition, acknowledgement, giving you just a little bit of mutual respect. But they're not sure. They're confused on whether or not they should do this because of conversations about you. This person is so easily misled by other people's, yeah. It's like they're so easily misled by other people's words and thoughts and opinions. Like they care so much about being liked that they will hide sneaky shit just to continue to be seen in a good light. So like if this person did do you wrong, they don't intend on ever exposing what they did to you. So it does look like somebody may be returning. But that's because their stability is burdened. Something happened with them, and now they don't know about if they're going to be able to keep their job. Or if they're going to be able to maintain life as they know it. I want to sneeze so bad right now. Hold on. Excuse me. I'm hearing 1, 2, buckle my shoe, 3, 4. Somebody's being very methodical about what they're doing here, Aquarius, so be careful. It may be that they make it seem like they've presented you your fair share or been very kind to you. So in all, you could be dealing with somebody who behind closed doors could be very difficult to deal with, like they could be emotionally, physically abusive, but out in public, they make you look like you're emotionally abusive. Like never lets the right hand know what the left hand's doing, like burns the bridges before you have an option or a choice or even a chance to. And that's how they trick people into enabling them to continue to do bad things. So Aquarius, I hate to say that this is not a pleasant reading, but it's not. And I would be very aware of this person coming back because they're only coming back to save their own ass. Like, I'm just going to say it how it is. They still intend to hide shit from you. They still intend to block your blessings. So I'm sorry for that. Alright, Aquarius, I am doing a more descriptive love reading over on my Patreon as soon as I get a chance to. If you'd like to join me over there, I'd love to have you. If this is where we part ways, just stay strong, use your discernment, and make good choices. Until then, I'll catch you later. Bye, Aquarius.